Cancel culture is destroying public life as we know it. And if you don't know what that is, or if you don't think it applies to you, think again. Hey everyone, my name is Eric Schaefer for MRC-TV. So before we get into why cancel culture is a cancer on society, I think it's important to define exactly what it is. Cancel culture is a phenomenon in public life and a recent development in Western cultures that if someone says something we don't like, either now or in the past, no matter how long ago it was, we can destroy said person's life, end their careers, salt their fields, and burn their villages to the ground. Okay, maybe not that far, but yes, mobs do seek to destroy the person. Victims of cancel culture can range from normal celebrities to political figures. The most recent victim was Parkland shooting survivor and Second Amendment advocate Kyle Kashuv. After politically motivated classmates leaked comments a 16-year-old Kashuv made in a private Google Doc in attempts to be edgy and funny, it was all downhill from there. Kashuv typed the N-word several times, at one point calling black student athletes N-word jocks. The Jewish Kashuv, that's important for this part, also said at one point in the document to kill all the bleeping Jews and bleep the Jews. Let's get a few things straight. Do I think these comments are repugnant? Of course, who doesn't? Do I think Kashuv should have been kicked out of Harvard? No. Let's overlook the fact that Kashuv's comments were made 2 years ago. That doesn't lessen the severity of the comments, if they came from a hateful place or he hasn't grown. But here's the thing, he has. Since his gross jokes, Kashuv has gone through a school shooting. He's been shoved into the public spotlight, become an advocate for school safety and the Second Amendment. He has been forced to mature more quickly than just about anyone else his age, especially because of the scrutiny the beliefs he holds bring. I'm not best friends with Kyle Kashuv, okay, but I have had enough conversations with him and know him well enough to say this: his past comments and immature jokes do not represent him. His personal beliefs are not those of the edgy teenager shown in those screenshots. And yet, despite all of this, despite Kashuv complying with Harvard's administration, sending them heartfelt emails of regret, revealing all transgressions he could think of, reaching out to their diversity offices to find out how he could better learn to be more sensitive to the struggles of people of color in America, they kick him to the curb. The left and certain alt-right elements got what they wanted, but they still haven't stopped. Hell, a former Florida congressman, Representative David Jolly, compared Kashuv to a damn school shooter.
But my immediate reaction when I really dug into this is these are the social media postings we see of a shooter, and we ask, where were the signs? See something, say something. We see a shooter, and then we go back and we look at social media posts, and this is exactly what we see.
What? Because despite the hot take going around by many on the left that getting kicked out of America's premium intellectual institution is merely a mild consequence, this ignores the fact that while no, his life isn't over, that was the attempt. That is the fundamental goal of cancel culture. But it's not the only reason why it's so dangerous. Cancel culture is so destructive because it strips us of our personhood. We have to judge each other by the actions of our past, not the contents of our character. We look for comments and opinions we disagree with to bring about the destruction of our fellow man. Cancel culture demands that we see each other statically, as people incapable of growth or development, incapable of outgrowing immaturity, of developing away from hatred, bigotry, wrong opinions, like believing pineapple goes on pizza. And what makes that especially dangerous is not only that people who change are never redeemed, but that change is discouraged. This is something everyone needs to be aware of and rhetorically combat. While this video won't eliminate or cancel culture, I encourage anyone of decency who has ever dogpiled on for indecency of their past, or simply for wrong speak, to take the advice of Kevin Hart on the subject.
I say I'm done with it. It gets no more energy from me. That's why I said, for the last time, I'm addressing this. There's no more conversation about it. I'm over that. I'm over the moment, and I'm about today. So if it's accepted, great. If it's not, it's nothing I can control. Some things are left out of your hands. So I'm done with it. I'm I'm over it.
There comes a point when we just have to move on. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of this cancel culture epidemic. Do you think Kyle Kashuv should have had his acceptance rescinded? Or is Harvard wrong? And what do you think of pineapple on pizza? Because there are some heathens here who think that it actually belongs there, and I just don't accept that opinion. But like, subscribe, hit the bell, you know what to do. For MRC-TV, I'm Eric Schaefer.